board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Donald Trump just held a meeting with the president of Liberia and put his lack of intelligence and incompetence on full display. So here was Trump praising Liberia's president for speaking such good English. And then he went on to ask the president where he learned to speak such good English, even though English is the official language of Liberia.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
So Donald, he learned to speak English in Liberia, where English is the official language. I mean, this is the president of the United States having high-stakes meetings with leaders of African nations discussing very important things like foreign policy, trade, and aid, and yet he doesn't know anything about these nations. He doesn't even know what language they speak.
Trump decided to compliment Liberia's President Joseph Boakai on his beautiful English. Then Trump asked him 3 times where he possibly could have learned such good English. Spoiler alert, English is literally Liberia's official language. The country was founded by free and formerly enslaved Black Americans. It's been independent since 1847, about 170 years before Trump figured out how to read a teleprompter. But Trump couldn't let it go. Where, he pressed, were you educated? And Boakai guy, I'm probably not saying his name correctly, who once walked 300 miles to get an education, politely humored Trump instead of flipping the damn table on him. This is also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter speaking English, so naturally Trump asked for a translator. Because after all, why learn about the world when you can just be the loudest guy in the room?
My administration is committed to strengthening our friendships in Africa through economic development efforts that benefit both the United States and our partners. And we're shifting from AID to trade. We had AID, or aid as we sometimes call it, right to trade. And trade seems to be a foundation that I've been able to settle a lot of these disputes, like as an example, India and Pakistan, Kosovo, Serbia. I said, you guys are going to fight, we're not going to trade. And we seem to be quite successful in doing that. To that end, we have closed the USAID group to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse, which was tremendous waste, fraud, and abuse. And we're working tirelessly to forge new economic opportunities involving both the United States and many African nations. There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places in many ways. In the long run, this will be far more effective and sustainable.
Mr. President, we thank you for this opportunity to be here. Liberia is a longtime friend of the United States, and we believe in your policy of making America great again. And we also go a long way with you, with in your diplomacy that has to do with economic development and commercial friendship. Liberia has a lot of minerals, and one of the things we ask as good friends for a long time is the opportunity to do a survey of our minerals. Mm-hmm. And also we are committed to peace, and we've been very lucky within our region. We are a country that have had series of democratic elections.
The judge ascribed unto himself an authority that he doesn't have. When specific provisions of the Constitution are raised as subject matter of discussion in a trial, a court of limited jurisdiction, specifically a trial court, does not have the authority to interpret the Constitution. That authority is ascribed to the full bench of the Honorable Supreme Court. So today, the judge had indeed agreed that the former officials of government are immune from any criminal prosecution or judicial inquiry for acts committed or acts carried out while serving as members and statutory members of the National Security Council and principal advisors and agents of the presidency. That immunity of the president that extends to the advisors of the president and the agent, that immunity can never be subjected to judicial review in a court of law. The courts shall refrain from conducting inquiry on the basis that any attempt will compromise national security. In fact, it's on the other way around. Why we should be protecting the protection of national secrecy, I see the government proceeding to expose national security operations, especially about expenditure during elections to keep this country safe from threats.
As we draw closer to July 17th protest date, today makes it 10 days from that date. We have asked planners to engage with the Ministry of Justice to get a permit and inform law enforcement as to routes they intend to take so that we can provide the adequate protection. Up to today, we haven't seen any such engagement. However, we want to reaffirm our commitment to the democratic process that will provide the adequate protection necessary, and will do whatever we can to ease the burden of those who will not be a part of the protest and will have to get to town.
Gregory Coleman's lies, deception, and threats of violence against peaceful protesters. We the people won. Police threats won't derail peaceful protest. Calls Gregory Coleman's statements reckless, misleading, and unconstitutional. Liberia's foremost civil society movement, STAND, or Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, categorically condemns the dangerous and misleading statements made by Inspector General Gregory Coleman. His unfounded warnings issued under the pretense of security, represent a thinly veiled attempt to disrupt the constitutionally allowed or protected Enough is Enough protest scheduled to be held on July 17, 2025. By falsely claiming that protest organizers did not inform the Minister of Justice and insinuating that participants may be armed, Inspector General Coleman has resorted to dangerous misinformation campaign. These fabrications are clearly designed to incite fear, to delegitimize a peaceful protest, and justify potential violent crackdown against peaceful civilians. In the face of Gregory Coleman's deceitful fabrications, it is astonishing that the Inspector General will pretend ignorance of the fact that on July 4th, 2025, we formally served notice to the Minister of Justice, fully in compliance with Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
For we are to God, who is the creator and sustainer, who provides protection. His blessing leads us into what he predestined, his presence over us. We are grateful. We thank him for everything he is, and we place everything we are into all that he is in his almighty self. We are grateful. We're thankful. Above all, we thank him for life. Once there is life, as he said in his word, then every other thing falls in place with time. And it need not go with any worry that will lead him to ask a simple question. Can many worry add a single stature to your life? or that you wait, he said, on the Lord and be of good courage. With a reinforced statement, again, I say, wait on the Lord and be of good courage. We are grateful. We hold those two lines in Matthew chapter 6 and Psalm chapter 24. Key. We are grateful. We're thankful. God is good. God is faithful. Another day he has provided us to get society getting better, not retrogressing, speaking to the reality of the day, and all of those who are involved with whatever, so that his people live a joyful life. He is. We are under obligation to do that. Matthew Choloplay, Liberian journalist Samuel Doe, Stanley Small, Muya Sharif, District 9 Sinker, Sophie Blamo, Pastor Cyrus Jackson, Joe Silu, Grand Cape Mount County, Solowat Corsia, New Georgia, Venetians Bar, Nuclear Town, Claude de Port, Paris Slobart, New Jersey, the United States, Princess Mianam, Lawrence Harris Jr., my dear Southeastern sister Dwight, Minnesota, Stephen Yakade, District 2, Lower Magibi County, Delvin Dopo, Nimba County, Ganta City, Henry Tito Jr., Caldwell, Kuda Williams, another Southeasterner, good afternoon or good morning, whatever your time zone, Dinah Davis, Manhattan, the United States of America, Jackson C. Pony, District 18, Block C community member of Block 18 Intellectual Center, the chairman of the Intellectual Center, Romancio Latupan, Kennebor, or Rico for short, you are on. The everlasting chairman, common chairman, citizen, the people's chairman, the man who connects with everybody, everywhere, simply and commonly. That's what a common citizen is, the melting pot. You want to be in the presence of Chairman Rico. I encourage you people to find Chairman Rico, Romancio Latupan, Kennebor, or Rico for short, and befriend him. You will always want to, just as when you have the opportunity to befriend George Weah, you'll never ever regret it. So is Chairman Rico, Kennebor, Romancio Latupan. Today is Wednesday, 10,000 and 5,000. 10,000 and 5,000. The King's Cash giveaway. Start playing with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all you need to do. Play as many times as you can. It's up to you. We can only encourage you and tell you why you should. It is a testimony that you can take advantage of if you know what it is. God creates the situation, and it is for you to take. If you act like Kafka, well, then that's it. You can be praying for a breakthrough in life, and God said, play the King's Cash giveaway. Oh, today is Thursday. Thank you, Philip. Yeah. So you see, thank you so much. You wouldn't be praying for a breakthrough, asking God for a breakthrough, and then the opportunity is afforded you and you can't take advantage of it, and you keep on praying and praying and praying and praying. No, that's not how God works. So you want to take advantage of the King's Cash giveaway. Dial *79 and *24 hash. Play with a 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all. And you can have your 10,000 and 5,000, put it together, 15,000. King's Support Basket, we look up to you. We will continue to look up to you. You are a good partner. You are not a partner, but family member. We share that umbilical cord, to put it that way. We are so close. Thank you for what you've started doing. We encourage you to chip in whenever, however, whichever. These numbers are on the screen. The send wave 0777 0555 0555 885 885. Those of you in Liberia, 0777 017 885. You are needed, and you have started showing that. Thank you so much. The concerns that you've been raising, when you have everything and you are responding readily. We appreciate it, but we want you to go beyond. Yeah. We're not telling you like some of the pastors can say, so dangerous, and your breakthrough will be there, the breakthrough will be there. No, we're not here to romanticize or to cajole you. We are honest people. Radio people are honest people. They tell you their problem and ask you to help, just as the government will ask for assistance, as Liberia's president will put Liberia on the lap of Donald Trump because of poverty. Thank you all. So what we've got on our plate, let's start with what has been unfolding and still unfolding at LRA. The Director General of LRA, Double Jala, we had thought, after we talked about this a couple of weeks back, we had thought that Double Jala and his people will do the needful. The guys, they're pretty close to 100, if not 100 or more than 100. They are off job. They've been off job for more than 6 months. A request or a piece of advice from LRA authorities prior to Double Jala's entry into the LRA, given the situation at the time. They did just that on medical grounds. And some people went to a given hospital, they got their treatment, they sent the document. Some people, just like that, it was on that. They advised expressly what the employees needed to have done. Fast forward, Double Jala comes in, and then there is a look at most of the things, not satisfied, and then those people, they claim that those people engaged in criminal act, so they were investigating. That investigation, the first phase ended, and there is nothing so strong to hold those people liable, because they were told by the very LRA authority to do just that. Their contention is some people fake in the process. But whatever, you want to take responsibility because it wasn't. You did not give all of the conditions by which you, at the end of the day, you say, okay, yes, so everything is okay. You told the people to move, go to this medical place of your choice, go to this place. That all you have to do is to bring the document so that we file. LRA, what happened when it happened? The people say a good number of them fake. Therefore, they were investigating, and those people will have to leave LRA. 6 months running. They did the first investigation. They find the people not really liable. Not satisfied, they took their claim further, and Double Jala sent it downward for the investigation. Till now, that investigation is on hold. The guys are agitated. They've contemplating moving. I think they've gathered, as I learned, they gathered to reach a consensus on what to do next. And it will interest you to note they are sitting 6 months now, but they are taking pay. LRA is paying them. What an irony. So these guys, pretty close to 100, they are sitting, not going to work, but they receive their pay every month. Now, people who are not affected are the ones who are doing their work. So other people are forced to do their work, not getting paid for the extra work they're doing, and these people are sitting and they're getting paid. You see, Liberia's culture, that it can never happen. Sorry to say if I'm sounding racist, but it can never happen with the white man. The people sitting, you claim to be investigating this LRA employee stuff. The people being off job for 6 months, 6 months going to the 7th month. Every month you pay them. So who does their job? Who is doing their job? Because you have not dismissed them. They're still on their job. They are still legitimate employees of the Liberia Revenue Authority. So who is doing their job? You paying them. They are sitting home. They aren't working. You have not dismissed them, but you pay them. You're giving them everything they're entitled to. But other people are doing their work and they are not receiving pay for the extra work they are doing, or the covering up, or taking responsibility for another person's job. You either dismiss them or you recall them. Let them go back to job. Two things. Double Jala finds himself in an embarrassing position. What we gathered is, if Double Jala doesn't take time to handle this thing, already he's in a messy situation with this Medtech something. The Senate is still on it, and then there's corruption allegedly at LRA, and then there's this thing, the people ready to get out. Boakai is just looking for some kind of opportunity to suspend because that's his area. The guys are fed up. They feel that they are being ill-treated. They're off job. Being off job for 6 months psychologically is playing on them, because they were hoping that the investigation will be speedy and they will return to work. If the investigation find them guilty, fine, then they can move on to get something doing with their life. But you put the people on hold, you're paying them every month, they're not going at the authority. You have stalled on the investigation. The investigation is on hold. You're not telling them anything whatsoever. And you call that good leadership? Double Jala, of all persons that we have known in this country to be a disciplinarian and principle-minded character. Government changes people. So LRA authorities, you guys will have to expedite or speed up that investigation, and make a determination. If you don't want those guys in the place, then you're paid them off, let them move and find other things to do and move on with their lives. You don't want them to reach a point where they will start to stage demonstrations here and there. You either conclude the investigation if the framework or the guidelines of LRA says these people, given what came out of the investigation, they are liable, they breach LRA employee policy, and it calls for dismissal, and these people are dismissed, find a way, accept it, and move. Life moves on. They will have something to do to get their life going. But you can give the people the impression that they are not dismissed, they are not suspended, but they are on hold, and you're paying them. And other people are doing the work. Psychologically, they are down. They are down. They're doing nothing. Just hoping that the investigation will be concluded and then they will call them back. LRA, you have to speed up that investigation, Chief. You have to speed it up. These are human beings. These are citizens. These are people with families. You can stifle them. You can suffocate them. Speed up the investigation. And let the investigation prove wrong or no wrongdoing. You can't keep the people 6 months going into the 7 months. They have no idea whatsoever whether they will come back at LRA. They've just been sitting and hoping, and time is running out. And this can lead to something else. Listen, you know, it's not good at all. You either get rid of the person or you keep the person on. 2 ways. If you are investigating, let the investigation be fair and impartial, and let it come with a determination. But don't keep the people on hold. They are entering 7 months. Can you imagine? 7 months. 7 months. You know what it means to sit down in this economy of Judo Christopher? 6 months, nothing happening. You're not leaving your house. You're not getting money. You only have to come outside some kind of way. Terrible, man. Come on. It's terrible. Double Jala knows that very well. His deputies know that very well. You guys will have to do the needful by concluding that investigation. We will remind you tomorrow again, and Monday we'll remind you. Every day we'll remind you. You conclude that those are Liberians. They are not partisans. It's not on partisans level. Even if they are partisans, that's not the issue. They are Liberians, legitimate employees of the Liberia Revenue Authority. For whatever the reason, you put hold to them, you send them off the premises, you will have to conclude that so that they can find other alternatives. But you can't leave them with the impression that they are employees of LRA. You're not doing anything about it, yet you are paying their salaries and other people are doing their work. It is wrong. And those people are not getting extra incentive or pay for doing the work that these people who are suspended were doing. You just get the people off job. 7 months now, the people going into 7 months. This is the 6th month. August will make it 7. And you're doing nothing, Double Jala. That is not fair. You don't do that. You don't treat your citizens like that. That will be doing it for the LRA. The country is tough. The country is running broke. The government is running broke. There is a serious tension rising within the government. What we've gathered, Boakai is about to call a meeting. with his people. That will include the political and economic advisors. The budget shortfall they announced is having a serious toll on the government. The international community has started to raise concern. They've come to realize that corruption is evident in this government, despite the president saying there'll be no business as usual. The House of Representatives, the Senate, they know what is going. They are confused. They've been having discussions here and there. The executives everywhere. Things are just bad off with the government in this time and age. Rescue is falling short. There is a problem with rescue. Financially, rescue is drowning. Investors-wise, nothing is happening. You don't have investors coming into the country. There is investor apathy. The people are not too sure, given what they see and what they hear, what they are reading, of how individual lawmakers and government institutions have squandered and stay squandering in a vampire manner the resources of the country. Terrible. Over the days, if not this weekend, next week, according to what we've gathered, Boakai is contemplating having an extraordinary session, and some actions will be taken. He's convinced, but he yet shame to acknowledge that corruption has overwhelmed his government. It all started with himself, the executive, and then the legislature took hold of it, and then it spread everywhere, ministries and agencies. That's why today nothing extra is happening with the government. That will take us to the position of former Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She gave a public address this week touching on governance, rule of law, sanitation, several issues. But I want to point out specifically her position on sanitation. She was very clear that the city of Monrovia, under the supervision of John Farouk Siafa, is filthy. Let me quote her word for word. She said, the city is filthy. And what that means, dirt all over the place, all kinds of stuff, filth all over the place. The place is stink. Most part of the city, if not everywhere. But I can put my own, add my voice to that to say everywhere. Even though she said the city is filthy, it's filthy. So that will be everywhere, the city, the entire city. John CFI, is that how he called the city corporation boss? He is another bluff boy, if he's not a bluff man. He is a bluff boy. There's bluff man and bluff boy. Bluff boy below the age, bluff man. So you know that. Yesterday, Jefferson Koji, they placed him in the category of bluff boy because Jefferson Koji is a boy. No disrespect. By age, he is a boy. John Farouk is far older than Jefferson Koji. So he is a man. So We place him in the category of bluff man. John Farouk, or I hope Siafa, let me just use Siafa. His last name is Siafa. But I think he has something, that Farouk like a Lebanese. Prior to his appointment, the man was all over. He was seeking job. He started to do things that the steering committee, the committees constituted to oversee the turnover, both from the outgoing and the incoming. So he inserted himself into that and started to do things, moving from one place to another, say the cleaning the city, and on a Boaka, the city will be clean, and on and on. Fast forward. Honor the city mayor of the city of Monrovia. Nothing has changed. The city is dirty, stink, nasty, everywhere. He has done nothing. He is a bluff man. He dresses well, just like they were accused Jefferson Koji a couple of years back or yesterday. Look at John, look at the CFR man. He dresses well the same way. Everywhere, just get LBDI. Going from LBDI, the bank right here, right close to us. See, everywhere. So the defecation water, please accept my raw language so that you understand it good. But the poo-poo water, yeah, the poo water, let me drop defecation. Defecation means the same thing that the English word for it, but just so you understand it raw. The poo-poo water flowing everywhere, all over the place. You get on Broad Street, you get on most of the streets, you have to hold your nose and then you get out before you can release it. Dikes all over the place. The same thing. Former President Sirleaf, as old as she is, she still moves around. And as she's moving around, she sees how bad off it is. So she was compelled to make it clear that the city is filthy. In a sense, the plane that rescue mission put up during the campaign, we're not seeing any difference. Then why did they accuse Jefferson Koji yesterday? Well, when Koji was giving his position, they did not understand. The same way Boaka felt that governance is just a walk in the park. The same way the boss of MCC, he felt that it was an easy thing. It was just a stroll on the football field. He didn't know that being in a position comes with so many things, external factors, technical factor, all kinds of stuff. Their understanding was that when you become city mayor, then everything will fall from heaven. So when Jefferson Koji was talking about difficulties, the constraints that they were facing, and all of those things, they said, oh, the man are bluff ball. The man, he wore Gucci, I say always in Gucci bow, Gucci shirt, Gucci shoe. But honestly, Koji was facing several challenges. The CFA man, he's there today. Nothing actually happening. That left former President Sirleaf to describe the city under the rescue government as filthy. The city that houses the presidency, the first branch of government, the judiciary, is filthy. That's the last place. Boaka was in Washington yesterday. Ask Boaka whether he ever saw people on the street. Boaka was moving. He thought he was in heaven. He didn't know that he was on earth. He saw beauty. He saw cleanliness. He did not smell any filth, anything, nothing stink. He comes back to Liberia. He finds himself in the day. So former President Sirleaf was right. Some of you just need, as you're moving around in your car, you take pictures. Just look around, take pictures, and you can show it to other people. So they will believe what you will be telling them about Liberia or about the city being filtered. The June 17 protest got additional endorsement today. CDC Youth League, they are currently in West Point to officially endorse the July 17 Enough is Enough protest. They did a test march, and thank God it was successful. They did a test match or a pre-match, but let me stay with test match. Just like the footballers will go for practice before the game itself. It's the same thing with a test match or a pre-match. They had that today. They strolled around the Broad Street area, went up past Unity Party headquarters, came down, moved into West Point, where the chairman of Solidarity and Trust for New Day, Moluba Molu, head of that civil society organization, and others will meet them in a formal gathering announcing or endorsing the July 17 protest. The Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change. I should tell you, they pulled the numbers. Thousands of people show up. Thousands of people show up. They've had their placards with different inscriptions on it. They were not violent. It was a non-violent march, test march, pre-march, and they had the protection of the Liberia National Police, which is democratic. That's good, of the police. We expect that on July 17. Provide them the protection they need. It is your responsibility. That's what you police officers and your authorities being paid for. So currently they are in West Point. They will have a formal endorsement ceremony, which we think we can bring you before the end of the show. They have resolved to be a part. It is not political party. No, it's not a political party July 17 march, not the opposition political party in Liberia march. It is the people. That's why it is current, we the people. But it doesn't stop anybody or institution who feels that they are feeling the pinch, the bad policies and wrong decisions taken by the government affecting them, to be a part. You can. They will open up their doors to you. But it is not a political party or political parties protest. Again, protest simply means presenting a statement. The Constitution provides for that. The Constitution said it is their right to assemble, to petition their government. Don't understand protest to mean violence. No. So they had that pre-march or test march, and they are currently in West Point, where the ceremony will take place if it hasn't started yet. Today, the birthday of my dear brother, Adrian Pabai. He celebrates his birthday today. We share July. July are great people, friendly people. The 7th is God's number. God's number is 7, the 7th month of the year. So say, blessed be day to you, Adrian Pabai, as you celebrate your birthday. Yeah, it's a great guy, good guy. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, sorry, not the Speaker, but former Speaker of the House of Representatives. I used to call him Speaker. It would take a while to get aside from that. I used to call him Speaker for several years now, so it's there. But we try with the former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Returned to section, he continued to do his work as a representative of the people of Grand Creek County. He's upbeat in spirit. He often goes to session as it is required on session day, and then he participates in the discussion. He maintains a good rapport with his colleagues and the current speaker. He doesn't see the current speaker as an enemy. He doesn't see any Unity Party person as an enemy. He sees them as his legislative colleagues, and they got the ultimate responsibility, which is to get Liberia going forward, except for those opposition, those Unity Party lawmakers and the speaker who feel uncomfortable because of how everything went. They have depleted the coffers politically and intellectually. So the former speaker goes to session. He participates in just everything there. Great people are celebrating their birthday in July. We can leave our talk show host, Sammy. I often call her Sammy. She's Samira Wola, who co-hosts with Sekou Sharif on Good Morning Liberia, Voice of Liberia. A very nice lady, calm-hearted. She celebrates her birthday today. Samira, she is the birthday woman. Happy birthday, blessed be day, Samira Wola, as you celebrate your birthday. Sorry, thought about it, doing so many things I forgot, but I will post your birthday photo. Sammy. Sammy. I like the way the lady from Nigeria, one lady, she often called in the air, they say, Sammy. Fine too. Celebrate your birthday, Samira Wola, co-host of Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia with Sekou Sharif. Those are the pointouts. The first phase, thank you all. You can have your say, but keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Dial star 799 star 24 hash. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US is 5,000 and 10,000, 15,000 going into the weekend today, Thursday. You want to take advantage of that. That is a glorious testimony. Play as many times as you can wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take advantage of it, and you can have your 10,000. King Support Basket is reminding you, will remind you every day you're doing well. Please continue to do. Don't say because I dropped $10 inside, so I'm not giving anything again. No, this is a long-term project, into 2029. So it's from now till 2029. So we need you to stand with us from now until 2029. 2029, you can stop right there. We'll tell you thank you because you will have completed the job. I say you because you are the bedrock. You are our lifeline. You are everything. Yeah. So at 2029, I will say thank you. You did extremely well. You brought us this far. You can stop. And then we'll pick it up from there, because at that time then it will be the inauguration of George Manning Weah. So until then, stay with us. Stay with us until then. Stay with us. Those of you who are here, let Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf told, I think it is the last public works minister. Ellen Sirleaf, last public works minister, was a lady. When she appointed her, I think a couple of months, she went at the ministry unknown to the woman. Fortunately for the woman, she was there. So what did Ellen say? Talking from one end to another, Ellen said, but Madam Minister, I see your footprint here. Oh. I see your footprint here, Madam Minister. Meaning, since I appointed you, I see nothing. You aren't doing anything. You have not spoken anything. You aren't even in the media. At least if you're in the media, some kind of way I will hear. Even though I may not listen to all of the radio stations, I may not read all of the newspapers, but I am brief. And the ones that I hear in the press, it will make me to know. And listen, Ellen rely. Most of Ellen's decisions, I should tell you, go and ask her. Most of her decisions, she took them from the media. She took actions from what she heard in the media, in the press. Oh, yes. Oh, Ellen and her media business, forget it, couldn't play. She go listen. She read the newspapers. Yeah. So those of you who, when you see your footprint here, when you see your fingerprint here, when you say only money, even in the material say, we accept it. Yeah. That the time now. So everybody, oh, that was station there, oh, that was station there, oh. Yeah. That the time now to show ownership. We need your level one power. I say in a draft way, just the pastors then can say, we're saying it, that the time now for you to come to sow dangerous seed. So you can sow dangerous seed, and God will multiply that dangerous seed that you sow. I don't even know how to do that, but I can enjoy the pastor that do it. They know how to ram. They know how to remove that thing. You sow dangerous seed, and as you sow dangerous seed, the Lord is going to multiply before you can. So you're who apart from our brothers and sisters, our partners, our family members out of Liberia, you're who we want to see your footprint. We want to feel your can kind that one part your So you ain't gotta say, oh, we sending there. There are one rim of sheep. I always saying it. You get 3 pieces of paper. You bring it, we accept it. You get one, just anything material. We appreciate it. That's the time for you to sow a dangerous seed. And as you sow dangerous seed into kings, God going to bless you dangerously. I enjoy the emoji there when they finish. You see people giving. Yeah. Gabriel West, yes, thank you, Gabriel West. Gabriel West say you will hear from me soonest. Gabriel West, thank you. All of you great people. We appreciate all of you. We're in it until 2029. So we can't leave you can't leave all. We tie together. We're going together. Yeah. And we sail smoothly together. Yeah. So let's go now. Keep playing. The King's Cash giveaway is 10,000 and 5,000, $15, star 79 and star 24. Hatch play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. So those are the pointers. You can have your say now on 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 0777. That's the women's line. 0777 9803 75. Have your say. It was bad of yesterday. Very bad of our guys. Very bad of. Yeah, so West Point. They are in West Point. West Point. That's the youth league of CDC. There they will endorse the protest on July 17th. Endorse means we support it, we're part of it, we gave our approval. That's what it means. They're there right now. They march into West Point. You can have your say while I find my guy. Before then, let's see those of you while I search for my guy. If he's around, if he is not around, well, then that's it. But I'm sure he's around. Yes. Michael Gawulo say one day GMB will have no option but to reconcile with WIA. The time is coming. Mark it down. Very good. Very good. You're thinking wisely. Yes. God apparently has dropped that in your experiment. Yeah. You are right. Matthew Cholo please said, Dol Boakai should not come back here from America with his yes, sir. Yes, sir. Margot Cholo please comment. Hello.
You, Mr. Andrews.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And how are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm very good. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Mr. Andrew, this is David King, and I do join you on somewhere in Painesville. You see, it is just appalling to see our leader being subdued by American leader.
No, I did not talk on anything like that, Chief.
Okay,
no.
Let me go to the Ministry of Transport issue. You see, what is happening today, the budget shortfall that this government is experiencing, it is because you brought in Liberia Transport Management that is owned by Hezbollah, one of the guy called Mohammed, who contested 2020 in Lebanon election for parliamentarian seat that he lost. And he has come to Liberia wanting to do that business with the previous government. But President, we have been a far-sighted man. When he noticed that this brother was on terrorist financing, he said, no, I cannot sign on to this agreement. They went to Jonathan Taylor place there where they got an office and secured that place. They packed all of the material there. When Mr. Boakai King, he agreed for 70-30. Well, Liberia will be getting 30%, they will be getting 70%. And it wasn't like that with John Obuti. But today, we see workers, employees of Ministry of Transport being brutalized. Honor Gregory Como and that of Mr. Boakai. And somebody will tell me, say, Mr. Boakai is not a dictator. He's a dictator. Because it is full of dictatorship that you experience the kind of thing, Mr. Andrews. You cannot be a lawful employee of government. And you try to take those people function away that was legislated, and you're giving it to a foreigner who has a terrorism background. I mean, it is wrong. It is very wrong. And this is not something that we should take for a joke. And this is why we are coming out on the 17th to send out this message so that Joseph Boakai can understand that Liberia is not owned by him, but it is owned by the people of Liberia. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, a lady was brutalized today, the grounds of the Capitol, and then the speaker came down and told the people that they should do a formal communication, send it to his office. He said, now, and let me discuss it with my colleagues. So we intervene. What? Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Peters.
Yes, good afternoon. Your name, where you call from?
Okay, thank you. My name is Hussein Kewo. I call from District 2 in Jacobstown. Yes, so I follow the conversation. In fact, like I said on one of the sister shows, and let me repeat, on their show, when people listen to the radio, sometimes they have to do their own background check, and sometimes do a research. Because Sam will research before coming on the radio and say anything. So you being the and wanting to listen to Sam, you can go further and do your own research. Then just coming to be heard on the radio that this person called on the radio and you were heard. There is no budget shortfall. There is a potential budget shortfall, a potential one. Which means it's scared. Yes.
Hussein, do you understand English? Sorry, I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm asking simply, do you understand English?
Go ahead. What you want to say? Go ahead.
I'm asking you. I did ask rather. Do you understand English?
I do.
I don't think so. Go ahead.
So yeah, let me make my point. So if a potential budget shortfall, which of course the hospital school president Westminster Finance said, if care is not taken, there will be a potential budget shortfall. And what are the cares now need to be taken? Is the Ministry of Finance and that of the LRA needs to put their feet down to the fire to work with state-owned enterprises. They are not bringing in those budgets that were projected. So to increase mobilization in collecting those prices. Those are things that were said. But I know people will want to politicize it and praying, hoping that there should be budget short for them to come here and say, oh, brother, I feel. Let me say this and end.
Thank you.
With now, government is serious. There are qualified people in every sector. So this is why you will see those changes.
Thank you, sir.
Whenever it occurs. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Interestingly, your own economists, your House of Representatives, and other people admitted, LRA, what was different is the figure. They had this disagreement on the figure, but they did not deny there isn't a budget shortfall. They did admit budget shortfall. And all of the factors, even if they admit, we know what it is. We know what constitutes budget shortfall. We know how budget shortfall evolves. So it is not you that will say there's no budget shortfall, but a potential budget shortfall. No, that's why I asked Hussein, no disrespect to you, whether you understand English. It's as simple to understand, nothing cumbersome or difficult in that thing. There is a budget shortfall. Take it from me, next week, you will hear it. Mr. President has decided to convene an extraordinary session, given the terrible financial situation the country is faced with. Yeah? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
Vale.
Yeah, fine, oh, fine.
Yes, sir, all right, yes, sir. Yeah, the one I want to say, they go just shut up. You know, they shut. They can't pay the people. They taking money who hungry. They pay people all what to take off fee. Pay people to lie on people. Pay people to put ESP and pay people care there. You know, they asking. Hello?
Yeah, my best are listening to you. Talk.
You know, the budget shot. Your upu was a budget shot. The Jew prepare that when I get July. You know, the poor pay money still over the other my wife make out what I have no result. That yes, make it back. No, why you are expecting me for it to be good thing? Well, I will find you go to. You go on the farm. You be at the basket. Where yes, sir. You know, yes, sir. What boy is that? Yes, sir.
Hussein, listen, Hussein, my brother speaking to you, listen.
Yeah, you do. You know, your father begin nothing, yes, sir. What are you born? Yes, sir. What do you come for? Yes, sir. You go for invest smart money. You call it about tomorrow, sweet eat the horse. They want your holiday, they want already my package. You know, yeah, you do. Come on, man, to be our powerful. Thank you.
All right, my best. Thank you. Yeah, have a nice day, mama. Hello. Yeah, fine. And you?
Yeah, that was you know, some of the argument from the guys on the other side. I don't know how they can look at it. That kind of PR that you are doing over there, who is it going to affect? Your government need going to support, and the citizen will be the one that will be suffering. You think people are just telling you say they are not taking pay for the month of June, and some of them are getting labor pay for the month of June, some of them are getting US for the month of June, they are not getting the other one. You think it's a joke? Are you aware that they are even attending now to go to the reserve, to go credit, to settle salary? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing like that, no budget shortfall, no this. We were not praying for budget shortfall because we have already the business sector is not moving. We are sitting down and we don't have job. Then those that are going to work every day, they go to work, they don't get paid, they can't add to all. You know what kind of disaster will be in the country? Not everything we can say, oh, is she happy the way it's happening? But when you create that situation to happen, it will happen, you can do nothing about it. Again, you took 7 months here to go against one speaker just to remove it. You know how much money was used? You know how much money was directed? So now we finish with all the fight now. We are now struggling now to even settle salary. We have about 57 ministers and agency. Okay? So that one is not about anything is about we want to defend. That is our defense, brother. Nobody not praying for budget shortfall. But your government is creating everything, and when you come, we will talk about it. Ministry of Transport. The people are right. So you want to tell me, even the poor that about 200 or 300 human beings that will get walking to capital building to go tell their leader what is happening, and they want them to address the issue.
All right, Mr. Brown.
Those are require police going there again to brutalize people. See the lady on Facebook when I
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I don't know.
Thank you. Hello. Okay. That mail not responding. Hello.
Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir. I mean, Sam Andrew.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank God for life.
Okay. I left your family this morning.
Great.
Okay. This is a Dr. Man sitting on the land. I want to, what kind of college you go? I realize that you have out from small college, what I do, college, I don't even know. It's not a one no book. They will say, it's not a go to school. You get not saying that you ask him. I think the old man has to tell you, say, oh, they both say that. But when I go to school, you understand. They're telling that there's a budget shortfall to the salary. Are you there, Andrew?
Yeah, we're listening to you.
Okay. You telling people in the country that there's no budget shortfall. Why your own government is saying it? Now they are going to the reserve. Thing was funded. This country was funded. That will not happen before. To go into the reserve to pay salary. You're not ashamed of yourself. Let the country about. Let your president go. He coming yes, in America. He coming with America. He coming with America. Yes, back. Full of back. But he can't follow his stuff. You tell them about food. No food, whatever. He's not doing too much protesting. They won't beat us. Some of the things, Thomas and you leak. What is that for impress me? Give me some impression. They do something, people will be there. We don't know people are watching them. And they will kill us that they don't believe that they had a share come on and get it come on. I think he'll do a professional way. He will go all that day. But when they think they will show through and damage our business, they say, oh, they put a thing to protest. They talk it too much. They want to be on it. Never there. But anybody will hold on you and take us to the police. I'll tell you, the people watching the process. You understand? They get it on man. He's not ready for life yet. You can't go after people because you want to protect his life. And then they get it, they get that, they get it. Tell them, put all that woman, Sam Andrew, or let them female supposed to be for all right. People don't get a job in the country, they don't want to get. You taking that from them. When you go speak for that right, you speak on and you blood them with blood. And they blood all over that body. You see, you have been a right thing. Pastor, thank you, Sam Andrew. That God bless you. We take care, we carry care behind you. Thank you.
Have a nice day, Sisi. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Petra, calling from Johnson. Thank you very much, my brother. I really know. I know our children are in the country. The term of budget so for the pay 57 or 55 ministry. They are not even pay ye. To my brother working, ask my labor and say, every pay your sister. In working with the government, say, they pay all year. Then you talk and say, oh, but you're not supposed to see. Before the minister, they can put on the fire in your pocket every day. You can sustain yourself. So the people are working. Don't have family, have children. They ain't taking pay. So you want tell me the poor are talking say budget support. You want tell me they're not educated? I receive my brother saying I do ask you whether you go to school. And the same question do not ask your pa, what kind of school you go to? He say, what kind of school you go to? Because the men know, oh, you're the foreign, everybody, okay, taking upside down. You don't even care for the Liberian people. You see the choke, you see the squawk, when you see one taking pay, we're going to July also end. Then they say, we July. Everything anyway, June. Then you come in, no budget support. Then you come in defend. Nothing for you can't defend my brother, take you. Nothing for you can't defend. Yes, and then we're president. We are not paying people, you're running around here. In all the country. In all the country, you're talking here. Yeah, and the better the country now. You're calling people in meeting now. They say the budget support. Stop that, you're too young. Start defending things that you know that that's not defend. That your father they're working and taking pay and they are crying. We're going to end. So don't defend anything we see. I beg you. That government will go. That government will come. You want speed, you don't get moral grant to speak. Thank you, my brother.
Good. Very good input. Very good. Very good. Salient one. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
This is Jonathan Bonnet calling from Samsung.
We're waiting to hear from you, Janitor. Janitor? You have to change your location. It seems where you are, the network is not favoring you.
Oh, okay. Are you getting me?
Yeah, much better now.
Okay. I speak from Tantani, Morrison's farm. That's where I live, and that's where I call you from. This guy by the name Wusi Kewu, he always call on his show and making mockery out of you. You're not supposed to be accepting. Anyway, that's a obedience. For the question you gave me, I tell you thank you. Then you go and think on it. Yeah. By saying you understand English, then you go and think on it. And no disrespect. You understand? Then you go think on it.
All right.
My concern go to the mobilizer. I want for them to visit Tantani. We are here.
Tantani?
Yes, Tantani.
Where you call Tantani?
Right up Kokura Party to where they had a LBS community, LBS hearing.
Yeah, what happened in there?
Okay. When you come to the mobilizing, I want you to visit this place. Before our time, I really want the youth lead. I want you to visit this place.
Oh, okay. You want CDC leadership to come there so you will talk things concerning the party and how you're going to start mobilizing for 2029.
Thank you. I want you to do that.
Okay.
I want you to do it.
So you know what? You know what you do?
No.
Just hold that. Wait tomorrow. Tomorrow in the evening, 6:50. 6:50. Isiaka Sharif will be here on CDC hour. Then you put that to him. He will tell you what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm not just saying this. I'm a parcel of this protest. I'm in it. When we went for our meeting, right to ANC office, the first time I went for our meeting, I was there.
All right.
Camera.
Okay.
When you are there, ANC, Arata, Arizona, Benedict, Kumi, what I country. And you can remember, I'm on record.
All right. So you will be part of this one. Thank you so much.
A parcel of it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I believe and trust you. Hello.
I will be part of it.
All right. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
I'm taking a recording from people. Let me say this on a show. So we think, if you think Mr. Andrew can't do research before coming on the show. Don't follow it. We know the history of the United Party government. Whenever they come to power, when they not break no horses, they will put on last people. What they're short for. They all record for that. So you're trying to tell Mr. Andrew on the show that you not do research before you come on the show? That's why you're trying to tell her? And your own school ever talking? That United Party government are what they're short for? So what you trying to tell people? You the educated man in United Party, that why you trying to tell her? We say no. We see. If you feel that the project to research will come on the show, go to post ever, you go listen. Don't be late for them. But I was saying we can listen. We can follow issue. Your own water school, we can listen to that this time. Because they don't want to bring the government to power. And they're talking about United Party government, a body shop for government. That's why you're trying to tell us. Don't stay for you on the show, man. We'll see. Thank you, Mr. Andrew.
All right. So you're ostracizing man, or you're pushing man aside. You can really deal with who's you. Hey man. Eugene Jobo was trying to come through. Eugene, yeah, somebody was on the line, so you can try again. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Sam Andrew. Good afternoon to the peace-loving people of local country. Well, by way of introduction, my name is Mohammed Donzo Fofana Jr. And I do join you guys from the Sonata Drive area. Well, Sam Andrew, I have a problem with Mr. Boakai.
No, I'm talking about Boakai or Chief. Or if you're talking about within any one of the talking points that I share, fine. But I hope that not that America thing. You get it? Are you there? He went off. Probably the way he was going. All right. So let's have this break. Then we'll move to the second and final lab of the show. Thank you for spicing up the first lab of it. I appreciate all of you. You're so great. You're so massive. You're so extraordinary. We like you people a lot. Let's have this break. Then we get to the second and final lab. Yeah, wait, my man. Wait. You always in a rush. This break first. Let's go now. Let's have this break. When we come back, then we get to something else.
So they want us to feel stupid.
The outcome of it, though, given the nature, you can hope for a better discussion. You can wish the person well. Congratulations typically goes with achievement, ascendancy. Typically, that's what congratulations is all about. Either a person has achieved something, has by ascendancy, or by construction, or by mutual agreement, or just anything that a person or an institution achieves. Usually you'll hear people, let me use the media as an example, say when they hear the person on the air, they only one language you hear, say, oh, congratulations. Now, they may not be knowledgeable of all of the professional stuff, but in their layman understanding means you have left from one level to another. And it is not just anybody that can get on air. Before the people put you on the air, they must have done a number of things. They must have drilled you through all the rudiments. They must have tested you, everything. So when the time comes, then they elevate. So even people in their layman understanding can say, oh, congratulations, oh, meaning, oh, you have been elevated, you have achieved. Congratulations goes with achievement. That achievement can be anything, but you have achieved. It is not when you receive an invitation, the content of the invitation or what the invitation is about, you don't know, but you are congratulating. Unless you take time, you always get things mixed up in life. There are certain things you just need to exercise caution. That's all. Just remain tight-lipped and hope that it works out since you have the desire. Put this in a political context. Unity Party flooded the place with congratulations when Bouakai had not even digested the information. Front Page Africa was the first that put it out here in Liberia, and then media institutions started feeding on Front Page Africa, spreading it. Not even the government spokesperson, not even the information ministry put it out. It was Front Page Africa newspaper that brought it out. Then people started feeding, media institutions started feeding on Front Page Africa, and then it spread far and wide. Most of Unity Party officials did not even know that was already agreed. They only heard it when media institutions started spreading it here and there. Given that they are party people, so they got excited, they got motivated, and then started flooding their Facebook pages with congratulations. And what did we say? No, it doesn't make sense. You can congratulate when the meeting has not taken place. You want to wait, get the outcome of the meeting. I knew exactly, and I thought to share my idea on this. Israel, it was first discussed at length by AB. Israel did this morning. I thought to take it from another angle. So yesterday, we brought you the live stream. All of you saw Mr. President talking and Trump remarks. And I said that besides it was not necessary to congratulate, I also said and knew that Donald Trump was going to show his usual self. Didn't I tell you people on the show that Donald Trump will either show something to either one of those 5 presidents? I knew exactly. It was not a news to me yesterday. We've followed Trump. Trump is known around the world for that. There is, he didn't do anything unusual yesterday. The only thing that added spice was Bouakai. But that is his normal. So Unity Party people congratulating. Now the meeting ended. No congratulations again. You see why you have to wait? Don't rush. Take time. So let me put this in context. I know many of you You want to have your say, you have your say on it from last night, this morning, you still want to. But anyway, that's the issue of the day. So yeah, it's it. There was nothing by Donald Trump unusual. That's who he is. That is the usual Donald Trump we saw yesterday. There was nothing new about Donald Trump. Anybody who knows and who had followed Donald Trump as the president of America, that's who he is. He always steals the show. He always attracts attention onto himself. He always wants to be seen as the most attractive, appealing, attention-driven guy in the room. He always tries to command that charisma, but he's not a charismatic character. No. But he tries to put that out. He's not a charismatic character, but he creates the same. So people pay attention to him. They just know that when he's somewhere, something is going to come out. He either says something or he does something. So it wasn't a news. That is Donald Trump for me and for others. Secondly, he often shows bad mannerism. He's noted for that. And people like that, they feed on or they show that high pomposity. They feel too pompous because of who they are and what they command, every other thing. That's what a pompous person is. Look at Donald Trump. A simple psychology that you understand. Look at Donald Trump. That's who he is. A pompous character. The gathering itself was already arranged. The gathering was already arranged. Everything was set with Donald Trump and his people. What they sent to the 5 presidents was not what they actually experienced there. I want you to go back, please. Look at it over and over if you have the time. Look at what was in the media. Even though our information ministry did not release that communication, which other country I showed, Gabon, Mauritania, those other countries, they released the information to the media, so it spread, everybody sees it, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing sinister. Simply that the president was invited XYZ, so they know the content and it can add spice to their publication and their broadcast. Unlike for us, the Ministry of Information did not disclose, the president office, the executive mansion did not disclose anything like that, like sending the communication out. But if it was something against an opposition person, they would put it up in no time. So they went there. Please listen to me carefully. I want you to go back and watch that gathering or look at the countenance of the 5 presidents sitting there. You could tell that they went there. What was in the invitation with the expectation that that what called the atmosphere, they met something different. Donald Trump had upset them from there before going into the luncheon. 3. Our president, Joseph Yeman Boakai, find himself the first time ever in his life sitting in an atmosphere before the President of the United States. What many are running with, and let me be specific, Unity Party people, and I saw most of the newspapers today attributing it to Boakai, the Boakai school, Bickley, Boakai did this, the Boakai did significant this. I can understand because that's public relations now. The government has the biggest coffers. So you can understand the people that praises the government or the president from that meeting, that people will have sufficient ad, no disrespect to them, and government officials will trust that paper, meaning they can send their ads individually, institutionally, they can do business with them. There's one paper that I like the headline, Oracle newspaper. The headline summarizes everything. I will play the clip, but listen carefully. You have heard the clips. You have heard their voices. What Unity Party people ran with, congratulations, or nobody congratulated Buck, I should say, but they just portray it like he made significant breakthrough. He was on top of his game. All the thing Trump did admire his presentation. Look at that thing over and over. I spent time on it. Donald Trump asked the people who are public speakers, people who teach people, who are well informed, people who are schooled in rhetorics. They will tell you, if you look at that thing, Donald Trump did not understand Boakai good. Doubt it. When you say Donald Trump did not understand. Sit with an American person and talk normally as I am talking. They will find it hard to understand you. Their tongue, their accent clash with ours. If you're speaking to a typical Liberian or typical American as a Liberian, they will ask you, that person will ask you one or two times, what do you say? What do you mean? Have you not experienced that? Meaning, they're hearing sound, but they're not understanding the message you're sending across. Watch it. Speak to a typical American. You hear that person. What did you say? What is he saying? They're asking another person, what is he saying? Meaning, I'm getting sound from him, but I'm not understanding. That was the situation with Trump and Boakai. Trump, listen to Trump, how he talks. Trump in the room knows very well that with the exception of Boakai, the rest of the people, they are French-speaking presidents. That is why they brought in the White House interpreter. The lady interpreted the presentation of the foe. For Boakai, she did not. With the understanding that this man is English. Trump did not compliment, Trump did not praise Boakai. You ask the people who do rhetorics. You get on your smartphone, you ask for it. You will see all of these things. There is a way. There are too many ways you can flatter a person, too many ways you can act like you have understood when you have not understood, but you don't want to make the people to understand that you have not understood, and just so the conversation will flow. You are a person talking, oh yeah, people. The man isn't understanding. But because he just want the gathering to flow. He said, oh, yes, your point is good. That's a good one, nice one. But after that, when you ask him, what did the man say to you? He will tell you honestly, I didn't understand him. It's normal in gatherings. Trump did not fully understand Bwaka. Yeah, man, you see, you speak to a typical American. If that person he asks you, what did you say? Listen to Trump, how Trump started. Listen to the other people. Trump did not understand Bwaka's position. The simpler way to go rhetorically is to say, okay, yes, this are good, and this and that. What school did you graduate? What school did you go to? Where did you get educated? Also, listen. You can admire a person's eloquence, and it stops right there. We have seen it many times. Yeah, a person says, oh, I like your eloquence. Oh, you are fluent. And the person stops right there. Because the message is communicated. The person will not go to ask again, where did you learn this eloquence? Which school did you go to? No. So because he did not understand Bwaka very well, he tried to portray like he understood Bwaka so well, so he comes to say, oh yeah, you speak beautiful English. First thing, there's nothing called beautiful English. There's nothing called beautiful English. English isn't beautiful. You can describe English. Beauty is something that you describe. You can give a graphic picture, or you look at it and say, oh, I like this, I like this. But the person sounds eloquent, or the person is eloquent. So he played a smart over there. And he even reduced his own society, America. He played a smart over there and say, which school? Where you graduated from? Where you got educated, rather? Now, you don't want to stoop so low. That's bad mannerism. That's bad mannerism. Trump stooped so low, even though it is his normal self, but that was not representative of him as the world superpower president. But he installs himself, since the whole world sees America as the world superpower, and the most part of the world afraid of America. No, let me not say afraid, but fear America. That means respect because of who they are. So you're sitting in the room with the world superpower president, everything of you gone. You're just in that room now. You can raise any technical issue except you are strong enough. And when I say strong enough, I mean from an economic perspective. Even if you don't have it all, like Zelensky from Ukraine, you saw how he engaged him. Yeah, it takes a man like that. It takes a country that is balanced, that is grounded. But anything short of that, the other people, they're just in that room. Trump did not belittle Bwaka. No, he just showed his usual self. That was disrespectful of an American president. He is the only American president that's gone down into history with such character. If that was former President Barack Obama, you wouldn't have heard anything like that. Or Joe Biden. No. These presidents, former presidents of the United States, they had several gatherings with African leaders. And they never address them in such awful manner. Trump feels that he is next to God and that everyone fears him. he demonstrated his usual bad mannerism. And for our president, you can blame him much because it's just like JJC, Johnny comes to town. So he's just sat in that room. His spirit left him. Only his body was there, and he needed to speak with the body. So he was just there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can never sit in the presence of Donald Trump. He asked me such question, and I answer yes, sir. I can never, ever, no matter what. You have to know yourself, especially when you people are on the same plane, president versus president. That yes, sir, tells you of Joe Boakai inferiority. That's all. Joe Boakai was in that room. God, yeah. At least I get a kind of opportunity. Hey, Father, thank you. I'm sitting in front of the president of the United States, Donald Trump. So everything, Boakai put it on the lap. We'll come to that. He put it on the lap of the American. But I'm talking about the mannerisms first. Bad mannerism he showed. And Boakai did not have option. Boakai lost his spirit. The spirit left Boakai. He was only in a room. That's why he kept on saying, yes, sir, yes, sir. The first president to ever walk the face of the earth, to bow to his fellow president with yes, sir, yes, sir. Since God created the world, no president before Boakai ever looked at his counterpart, or his counterpart said something to him and he said, yes, sir. They always say, Mr. President, Mr. President. That's the diplomatic jargon, Mr. President. Yo, hold on. I will come to Sarah Beslow Yanti. But we'll discuss that tomorrow. The question the guy asked her, she denied that question. You should please remind me, but I will put it on the reminder when I'm preparing for tomorrow. The American government placed Liberia on the list as one of the countries that should be open to receive all kinds of people, bad people into the country, and then they will get them some money. This morning, she was on BBC. The guy raised that same question with her. And BBC people are informed. They have everything. She said, no, the American government discuss anything like that with us. The boy discuss it with you, but they put your name on the list. The American government will not put your country up for anything when there is no prior discussion. The people, they are educated people, they are diplomats. They know what they say. They know diplomacy. But we'll come to that. No president, since God created the world, ever said to his fellow president, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boakai. Tell me now, you look at that thing. What's it? That's inferiority complex right there. You need extra thing to know that war. We were sitting here yesterday listening to that thing. Newton and I started laughing. It almost went on the air. So, oh, Newton, you listening to me? Our preso, very Donald Trump education. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Those of you who were carrying that line, they were weird. Anyway, you expect that. Yeah? You expect that. Yeah, you expect that. Boakai, it was JJC, Johnny just come. Another thing, because Trump was very disrespectful, have you heard the reaction? Have you seen? It took the entire war. 99.9% of the reaction against Donald Trump. Let me share a few with you. His own American people started to blast. Let me share a few with you.
Donald Trump just held a meeting with the president of Liberia and put his lack of intelligence and incompetence on full display.
Did you hear it? The American man. Now, please, Listen to this American man. If this man, watch the man's accent. If you are a typical Liberian speaking to this man, do you think this man will understand you word for word, letter for letter, line by line, and respond to you without hesitation? Listen to this man. Listen to this accent.
Donald Trump just held a meeting with the president of Liberia and put his lack of intelligence and incompetence.
Isn't it the same flow as Donald Trump? Donald Trump did not understand Boakar's raw Liberian expression. There is no need for Unity Party people to be running. He did not compliment Boakar. The man reduced Boakar to nothingness because he felt that, oh, look, this is a, oh, come on, man. Listen, but let's have the reactions first. 99.9% of people around the world got vexed.
Donald Trump just held a meeting with the president of Liberia and put his lack of intelligence and incompetence on full display. So here was Trump praising Liberia's president for speaking such good English. And then he went on to ask the president where he learned to speak such good English, even though English is the official language of Liberia.
Thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. That's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
So Donald, he learned to speak English in Liberia, where English is the official language. I mean, this is the president of the United States having high stakes meetings with leaders of African nations discussing very important things like foreign policy, trade, and aid. And yet he doesn't know anything about these nations. He doesn't even know what language they speak.
Pathetic. Let's have the second one.
Trump decided to compliment Liberia's President Joseph Boakai.
These are not African voices. No. I left out the African voices so you can say, oh, because the African people, so the blasting that he own American people. That own American people. This thing went far and wide. Everybody just condemning him. Far and wide. His ambassador, yeah, and every other people, they know that this country is an English-speaking country from time immemorial. Who told you, Trump? No. But he just did not understand Boakai so well. Yeah, already our main voice can come all good. And at least everybody heard him a little bit clear because that was in America. When he's speaking, yeah, you can hardly hear him.
Trump decided to compliment Liberia's President Joseph Boakai on his beautiful English. Then Trump asked him 3 times where he possibly could have learned such good English. Spoiler alert, English is literally Liberia's official language. The country was founded by free and formerly enslaved Black Americans. It's been independent since 1847, about 170 years before Trump figured out how to read a teleprompter. But Trump couldn't let it go. Where, he pressed, were you educated? And Boakai, I'm probably not saying his name correctly, who once walked 300 miles to get an education, politely humored Trump instead of flipping the damn table on him. This is also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter speaking English, so naturally Trump asked for a translator. Because after all...
Did you get it? Did you get it? The guy said it is the same Trump who could not understand an Indian reporter. And then Trump asked for an interpreter. He did not understand Boakai's position. So the simple way to fail or such is to say, oh yeah, you speak beautiful English. Where you got educated? Listen to the guy again. This is an American citizen. I took all of them. I see American people right after Trump stuff yesterday.
Also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter speaking. Also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter. This is also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter. This is also the guy who once complained he couldn't understand an Indian reporter speaking English. So naturally, Trump asked for a translator. Because after all, why learn about the world when you can just be the loudest guy in the room?
So the question is, Sam Andrews, why did Trump not understand President Joseph Boakai? Here's the answer. Boakai voice very low. Trump understood nothing. Trump knew there was the president of Liberia sitting adjacent him. The voice could not come out clearly. He understood, if not nothing, not much. So to say something to that is to say, you speak beautiful English. Now, the rest of the guys, may I say to you, because I researched it, I think the guy from Gabon, either Gabon, Mauritania, to one of them, I saw the report, speak English. Some of them are fluent in a couple of languages, but as per their protocol, when they are moving, they will instruct them what kind, or to speak in their official language. They may not be fluent in English, but they can speak English, but they will not be, let me say, they will not be fluent. So since theirs is French or Portuguese, so they will flow in there so that there is no breaking along the way. If you watch all of them, they did not break in their speeches. Our president was low. That's the reason Trump did not understand him. And looking at him as the Liberian president, coming from this African country that has so much, says, oh, you speak beautiful English. Where you got educated? He did not understand him. No. So let's listen carefully to it. Listen carefully. I will open the line. I will give you people the rest of the time. Don't worry. It's 5 after 5. Just a few minutes.
My administration is committed to...
No. I said Trump not understanding, or good English.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where?
Now, do you know that expression? Have you heard that expression before? Where do you learn to speak such English? Do you know that it is not really anything of formal or acknowledgement, but flattery? My people, echo. Look, listen. You're trying to hear Boakai, let Boakai voice come out. That the president lack of clarity, voice clarity is an impediment. Can you agree that Trump does not know where people study English and study a good English, that universities don't exist, and school of rhetorics and other places don't exist? He's aware, he knows. Is that the kind of question he should ask a certain president? But because he understood nothing from Liberia's president, so he opted to mimic, meaning to play the fun. He played fun. He made the fun. He created a prank. That was a White House prank. And look at Boakai countenance. Amen. If I were in Unity Party, I'll come on and condemn Trump, no matter how people feel. That is why, right there, you saw Boakai countenance change, just like a small charm now. So that's why he kept on saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because he was being bullied. He was being reduced to nothing. Inferiority complex overtook him.
Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where?
The guy is rude. The man was asking Bwaga, explain your educational background. In the presence of 4 other African leaders, the man opted to humiliate, and he humiliated Liberia. Then these people call themselves educated people running around saying that, oh, Bwaga scored days and Trump was impressed. Trump wasn't impressed. Trump was unimpressed, and Trump reduced Liberia to nothingness. Did Trump have the audacity to say that to the Senegalese president, even though he said something very bad? He said, oh, okay, you look young your age, and you look much older than your age. Yeah, he said. Could he have done it to Fa and say, oh, yeah, you speak good French. Where did you get that French? Where did you learn it from? He could have said it to, couldn't he have said it to the the Gabonese Mauritanian? He's stupid to even say that to them. But he saw a puppet Satan adjacent him, and so he felt that, oh yes. Y'all listen again.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully?
America has never respected Liberian presidents. They both feel they have their country. That's why they name almost everything of the people after. Yeah, Morovia, Clay Tree, Ashmore Tree, all this thing. Where did you? So you know where people can learn? Where did you learn yours? Yeah. Listen, if I were Bwaka, yeah, if Bwaka had just done that, look, the whole world was going to praise Bwaka. God in heaven himself was going to praise Bwaka. Had Bwaka just looked in Donald Trump face and said, Mr. President, that is not the issue. We are here for a specific issue which you call us for. Can we concentrate on that? You know what? If Bwaka has said that, you know what will happen to Donald Trump? You're going to go, oh, the people are going to say sepe chicken. You are never going to say anything over there again. And you saw he and the Ukrainian president, you saw how they battle from one end to another, from one end to another. Sometimes in a room, when you think that a certain person in a room is by far better than you, far higher than you, and so you just reduce yourself, you can step up, they use you.
Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where? In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
So you did you get how he ended there? Because he knows that he was flattering Bwaka, he was making fun of Bwaka, making fun of a sovereign country. Then he said, I even have people at this table who can speak good English. Those are things that people use, lines, to flatter, to make you to feel that they're not flattering you, but they are flattering you. I have people around this table who can speak good English. After he have flattered him, he have reduced him, and he knew consciously what he was doing to Bwaka was not right. And all of his people around him knew that it was wrong. And Bwaka countenance changed. We're 5 in this room now. So Ale, only person here that the man can ask about education. What has they got to do with the discussion here? I try to talk about it this way because that is the reality. You Unity Party people, you don't be so excited. Bwaka did nothing over there. Where is the position now with Trump? Where is the reason? The reason for calling them, I want you all to listen to the reason. Listen. That is why I said, Unity Party people, you don't get excited. Bouaka has not gone to the place. You're flooded the place with congratulations, congratulations, guys. America seeks its interest. America's interest is always first. Africa, until Africa can come to itself, Africa will continue to be depleted. Its resources. America and other Western countries feel that they have everything and you have nothing. They see most African countries as subservient countries. Subservient countries are countries that feel they have XYZ, but they have absolutely nothing. Or if they have something, not significant enough to stand on their own. So they feed, or they are at the mercy of developed countries. And that's what you saw in that meeting. Everybody said, oh, we get this. We want you to come. We get the other one. We get our other one. We get the other one. The countries that they refuse to invite, Trump needed more than those people. But they realized that there are some countries, some presidents that are obstinate, meaning stubborn. So they said, these few, let's deal with them. What do you look? America is very clever, very sophisticated mentally. Everything in our room. The reason they call our president and those people, that their interest, that their interest, nothing else. I want you to listen to the introduction of Uncle Sam, Dr. Trump. Yeah, please. Let me just put this in, and then you can have your say. I want you to listen. Okay, here we go. Listen, the introduction. Listen how he started, where his emphasis is.
My administration is committed to strengthening our friendships in Africa through economic development efforts that benefit both the United States and our partners. And
benefit what? Both the United States. The emphasis is on the United States. Then we'll see how we can help your poor African countries. You're sitting in this country. You put all of our resources, natural, that God gave to us to move from one level to another, that today this country should be one of the countries that even is not 100% advanced or developed economically, that it will be at 60 to 75% that other people can say, yes, this country, and even the people of this country can say yes. Look at the country today. It stay in a dilapidated state, yet they stay depleting your resources, and you sit down, you're putting it at their disposal because you have never ever attempted to use it, government after government, so that you stand on your own. Look at what the guy doing in Burkina Faso. You know that Burkina Faso should have been in a meeting, but they know how stubborn the guy is. The man, America interests.
United States and our partners, and we're shifting from AID to trade. We had AID, or aid as we sometimes call it, right to trade, and trade seems to be a foundation that I've been able to settle a lot. My administration is committed to strengthening our friendships in Africa through economic development efforts that benefit both the United States and our partners, and we're shifting from AID to trade. We had AID, or aid as we sometimes call it, right to trade, and trade seems to be a foundation that I've been able to settle a lot of these disputes, like as an example, India and Pakistan, Kosovo, Serbia. I said, you guys are going to fight, we're not going to trade. And we seem to be quite successful in doing that. To that end, we have closed the USAID group to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse, which was tremendous waste, fraud, and abuse. And we're working tirelessly to forge new economic opportunities involving both the United States and many African nations. There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places in many ways. In the long run, this will be.
Did you get that? There's great economic potential in Africa. So we need to exploit it. We need to take advantage. We need to make the most of it.
There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places. There's great economic potential in Africa and nations. There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places. There's great economic potential in Africa, like few other places.
So that's it. That's just my take. I just thought to talk about it, taking it from this angle. Nothing strange, just a simple embarrassment. Boakai has to step up. At least it is a lesson for him, and he learned. Yeah, and they should put him in a position because where was it, Tanzania? That he was shivering too. Okay, let's turn to you. Josephus Manan said Trump told him there are people who disabled can speak like this. Yes, that guy is rude. Praise Matthew Cholople say, myself, I will ask Boaka questions too. When did Boaka learn his education from? Okay, Edwin, thank you. I'll do just that. I got your info. Okay. Miata Dan said Trump is rude. Yeah. Brilina Warren said, so true, Sam. That's how they do. Okay. Philip Nagwe said, but Walker stole the show from Trump with that good English of his. Clady Alice is okay. Your reference is to Kiawu, Hussein Kiawu. Be careful as a young man. He continues to defend this corrupt UP government. Okay. Dobon Hill said, because you guys enable him, now the entire conversation is about him when it's supposed to be about the issues. Oh, but my chief, they are top people. Yeah. All right. So let's just take a few calls on this. You've heard this. You heard it from last night to this morning. I just thought to take it from different angles, just few calls, and then we are out. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
You are on the air, Chief.
Okay, this will be Kane, and I call from my Ghana dog. Hello.
Yeah, my man, I will cut you off. Well, I say hello. Okay, that means you're on the air. Then you say you're on the air.
I'm very concerned, my brother Andrew, because our president is so that this year he said China have made a survey on our mineral resources. Now, for our president, such a satirical statement being given against Liberia and to JMB, and we as citizens of Liberia, and so the United Party will be clapping here. I think it's very dangerous. These satirical statements are diminishing. You want to tell me, say 1847, Donald Trump does not know what Liberia's position is as the president?
All right, Chief.
I think it is sad for our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to take as many calls as I can in the next few minutes, so you don't want to take long on the line. Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. Thank you for the second segment of the show. My name is Hussein Kerwin. I join you from District 2. So, strictly to the point, Sam, I think this should serve as a motivation for you and others, right? That our president had such a wonderful interaction with the world in Donald Trump. Sam,
nobody dismissed the fact that it wasn't a wonderful occasion. It was, but he was bullied.
Right?
No. Let's admit he was bullied. It was a wonderful occasion. Even I having the opportunity to say it with any tabras, it will be a wonderful occasion for me.
Yes. So,
but he was bullied. He was used. He was exploited. He was abused. He was disregarded.
Yes, Sam, yeah, coming. So yes, another lesson. Now I know you have a child or a children. So this interaction should serve as a motivation to you to send your daughter or son or children to good school, and they should be good people. I don't have a master's degree.
So Bwaga went to good school?
Come and send, please. So it should serve as motivation to even parents today who criticizing and talking, yes, sir, send your children to good schools so that they can be like President Bwaga. They may have attracted warriors to Liberia, investors, situation on the internet.
All right,
who is this Bwaga that is speaking standard English?
Okay, all right. That standard English there. You know what standard English is? Okay, all right. Okay, Jose. All right. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is David King. You know, Mr. Andrews, like I wanted to say, and I'm about to say it now, Mr. Trump will be sarcastic with our president. And I don't even know what are some of these guys who claim to be master degree holder in this country and supporting Mr. Bwaga, whether they can really comprehend English as the way they are running with this thing. Your president went down there, you are disgraced, and you're telling me he spoke well. So, I mean, you want to tell me Donald Trump don't know that.
Forget about that, man. That your opinion. Share yours. You didn't where Bwaga spoke well.
Yeah, but the thing is that Bwaga spoke well. So you think what Trump was asking Bwaga even understand the English the man was asking? He said, where you want to school? He said, yes, sir. Is it Liberia? He said, yes, sir. So Bwaga, I mean, Trump was being sarcastic with the president, and somebody want to tell me, Donald Trump praised the president for being eloquent. You know how many eloquent persons were sitting around that table? You know what they said to Bwaga? Bwaga went over there, he carried nothing with me, but he said it Trump said, go with your
thank you, sir. Thank you, Chief. I said don't stay long on the line. I want to take as many as I can in the next few minutes. Hello. Wait small. Let me see. I gotta make some kind of adjustment. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Do not Bwaga go whatever. Do not want to mention. You know, like mention. You make very section because the English one was speaking here. The English one speak whatever. We're not speaking different try. One different language. One English and I want try finish. He went at it asking. If suppose the man coming asking that question, why say yes sir, yes sir. Oh, he's selling the contract to me, yes sir. I'm about Liberia, yes sir. I'm about to Liberia resources, yes sir. No, nothing was there, yes sir, yes sir. So now I say yes sir.
So you, Babedi, you very sure he had talked about selling the contract or pawning the contract, but I'm going to say yes sir.
Yeah. The next time they say I'm about the contract or he's sending it to me, yes sir. I want maybe I want to know asking, but anyway.
All right, thank you. Let's bring on your sister. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, you.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. You say, as you say, you see the ball in Burkina Faso. They send for that ball. When Donald Trump call the ball and call Frank president, you know the war for the ball, but when the ball say, I can't listen to it. The ball say, I'm not let basic.
They call Burkina Faso president.
Pay attention. In my country, for my people, let's keep better. How do they respond to Donald Trump? The next following week, put it in for the ball. We'll forge a bomber. When the ball going to put in, come by, bring billions of dollars. When the ball you see in Burkina Faso, it will let it better. You know, say, that when the ball, the ball, grandchild down there. That the ball, the town, all that the ball. But the ball got sense, the ball got wisdom, the ball educated. The ball say, I'm not left this. I'm better with my citizens to better their life. After you finish speaking, then put it on the ball. When you call the ball, nothing else.
But how you know all the ones? So you where you get all your information from? So
we can listen to radio. We can listen to radio every day.
All right, thank you.
I have a contract developed now.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice day. Let's see. Let's get out of Liberia for a while. Hello. Hello?
Hello, Brother Andrews. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank God. And you?
Okay, thank God for life. You know, President Baka has given us new name here.
He
has given us new name.
Where, in the States?
Yes. The new name the African countries, the other African brothers and sisters calling us now is Liberia. 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 The new name.
So
I'm telling you,
that's how the other African people are calling you people in America now.
The Nigerians, the Cameroonians, and the how do you call the other people? The people from Haiti, they all at the workplace that they say, by the time they see you passing by you, they will do like this, salute. Yes, sir, Liberia. Yes, sir, Liberia. Yes, sir, Liberia. There's grace. That's what they're calling us. But what I want to say to our people is, the 5 of them who came, they were to have a meeting and speak with one thing. That's what wise men do. Wise men, what they do. The 5 of them were to, despite the different languages, they could still have somebody to translate. They speak with one mind, they speak with one tune, but they didn't do it. Yes, our president and Trump will have gold. We'll look for someone to come survey. They're already stealing from other telling them come and do more. Instead of saying, look, we have raw materials, but we need partners that will build factories to transform them raw materials to finishing goods to be able to learn how to export instead of everyday importing. That's what we expect our president to say. We want to have the ability to export this instead of importing. That's what Ghanaians do, other countries, that's what they're doing. And that's what one of the presidents said, we have raw materials enough, but we want partners like you who want to do business with us to carry factories. Then the factories will bring job to our people, our youth. And even those who are above that age of youth to have job opportunities. Then we work together. But instead of telling them, come, bring a machine, come and survey. We don't have surveyors in Liberia to survey the materials we have there. We don't have surveyors. You see how you betray us? Now be left, even the white people. Yes, even the whites will start laughing at us. But now the blacks are laughing at us first. They call yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we should not be over there and say we score 100% English. No, we're not English there. The men mock at us. It's a big mockery. And where you have your education, he doesn't know that Liberia are English-speaking country. Now Nigerians are telling us that we are slaves. We live in the slaves. The slave always salute the master. So we are always slave to America. We salute them. Where the other African countries answer them and answer them well. We always yes sir. It's a big disgrace to us.
Thank you so much. Cillian Import. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. All right. Very resilient. Yeah. So that's it. That's what the man did. Simple as that. But that's who he is. They're just Trump right there. That's him. That's him. But his behavior, very bad mannerism. He has bad mannerism. He tries to be charismatic. He doesn't know how to be charismatic. He just put on that pompous Eastern president of the United States. And so he just says things to people. Anyway, he addresses his colleagues any way he feels like. But again, what I expected for our president to stand up as a man and look in Donald Trump's face and say, Mr. President, that is not what we are here for. Can we stick to the issue? Simple as that. Trump will have broken down. Look, Africa, with all of the African presidents, they're going to heal Boakai. You know that the African leaders, they're looking for somebody to reduce Trump, to just look in your face and say, this is wrong. Yeah. The guys from Europe, Ukraine did it. Ukraine president did it. Look in your face and told him the truth. That's how he got bitterly vexed. And together with his vice president, J.D. Vance, and other people, we look forward to see an African president standing up to Trump and telling him in his face, you have to change this behavior. You have to know how to address your colleagues. America is as independent as any other country. You don't do that, and you'll see he will stop. Okay, so that's it. All of you, I appreciate all of you. Don't forget the King Support Basket. The send wave is 0555885 the local orange line is 0777-017-885. We look forward to you helping. You have started. You're doing extremely well. We appreciate it. We're together. Let's stay together. You are our lifeline, even though we can't put everything on you 100%. When I say you are our lifeline, it doesn't, I'm not saying that we place all our burden on you, no, but you are part and parcel of this family. So we are concerned about you as you're concerned about us. We thank you for what you have done and continue to do, but let's do more. So that's all the time we've got. Thank you ever so much. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. 8 o'clock, another thought-provoking, the people can say, sure, is on. Face the issues with Teacher Light, Anthony at Law, A.B. Wayan. You don't want to miss it at 8 o'clock. So we're back tomorrow with the weekend's edition.